A couple of weeks ago, we had a reporter come into our home to learn more about our family and business. We thought the interview went really well, very similar to the dozens of interviews we had done in recent memory. We were taken back, however, when we saw the printed article, which shocked us and shocked the world by being an attack on our family and my marriage, portraying me as oppressed, with my husband being the culprit. This couldn't be further from the truth. Nothing we said in the interview implied this conclusion, which leads me to believe the angle taken was predetermined. For Daniel and I, our priority in life is God and family. Everything else comes second. The greatest day of my life was when Daniel and I were married 13 years ago. Together we have built a business from scratch. We've brought 8 children into this world and have prioritized our marriage all along the way. We are co-parents, co-CEOs, co-diaper changers, kitchen cleaners, and decision makers. We are one, and I love him more today than I did 13 years ago. We have many dreams still to accomplish. We aren't done having babies. We are excited for our new farm store to open, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for the rest of it. But for now, I'm doing what I love most, being a mother, wife, a businesswoman, a farmer, a lover of Jesus, and making meals from scratch.
Alright, you guys, we are back, you all, and we are talking about Ballerina Farm Part 2. You know, she has come out to address all of the drama.
Responded. Do you have what she wrote so we can read that?
Well, it actually was a video, it wasn't a letter.
Okay.
But I'm just going to tell you guys basically what she said. She basically said, you know, a few weeks ago we had a reporter coming to our house. You know, we thought that because they wanted to come in and see our lifestyle and everything.
Right.
And we thought that it actually had gone very well. We were very disappointed to find the article that the reporter ended up writing, which makes me think that they already had an agenda. I am very happy in my marriage. Me and Daniel, we are co-pilots. We are co-diaper changers and all this stuff. So she said, I am happy and we have a good marriage and we still have not stopped having kids. We still have dreams that we want to accomplish and everything like that. Yeah. Now, I didn't say this on the last video, but I do want to say that it is disheartening to open your home up to somebody and for them to come in and have this narrative. Like, I would be shocked if we had somebody come into our home and they're like, oh, Mary and Alma, you know, they seem like they have a toxic mother-daughter relationship and they're not good and all that.
The mother doesn't let her speak.
The mother doesn't let her speak, or the daughter is mean to her mom. I would hate that. So for me to look and see that, I'm like, what? You don't even know me.
I know.
Like, so I just feel like that is like, one, it's a stab in the chest. Yes, she did open up and she said,
"Oh, stab in the chest."
That's a stab. That's like you looked me in my eye socket and you said,
"No, she did it behind her back." So it's a stab in the back because you left.
No, but it's like the dagger goes through your back and to your chest, and you're like,
"Oh my goodness."
Anyway, that was quite brutal. But for me, I feel like that is horrible, for one, and I feel like that is very upsetting. But two, I also want to say this, because my thing is, why would a reporter come in and he already is like having this like narrative and stuff like that? He wouldn't let her talk. Well, was the interview just for her, or was it for the whole family? Because to me, it makes sense that if it's for the whole family, because you have this family, you're living on the farm and all this stuff. But I do also want to say,
the part where she said that she was whispering, remember there was a part where she said she was whispering about that epidural?
Yeah.
She said actually the reason why she was whispering was because the husband had left to go take a phone call. She was whispering so that they don't make noise on the phone call, the business phone call the husband was doing. It wasn't because she was whispering to say, I had an epidural. It was because the husband, she didn't want to talk loud. Because do you see what I'm saying? So the perception... right, that this reporter had, you know.
But also, I do want to say this, because I do feel like sometimes in the media we can be like,
we're biased.
Well, I mean, also that I feel like sometimes the media they alternate how we should feel. about certain
Right.
things.
So they give their
opinions.
as opposed to just giving the facts.
Exactly. So that's my thing. Sometimes, it can be a little bit of a laugh in the media. But I do also want to say that I feel like maybe there is starting to be this attack on trad wives, because I don't even like trad wives. It's so weird.
And there
It's
always
traditional.
has been. It's not something that's new. Like, I remember when I was like, I want to be a homemaker, a lot of people came out against me, like friends and family, you know what I'm saying? And, sometimes people change, people's mindset changes,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes, like, for example, like for my family, right? So they know, hey, she's very smart, she's good in this, she's good in that, right? And so they feel as though, hey, she's going to be this powerhouse, or she's going to be this, medical doctor or whatever. But inside here, they didn't know that one of my greatest dreams was to be a homemaker, right? That's something that I had like since I was 16 years old, but I never spoke to my family members. So
Yeah.
now when I'm doing that, it was kind of like, oh, what the hell is she doing? So immediately they blamed my spouse at the time, thinking, oh, it's because of this.
Yeah.
So, sometimes families may not know, and it wasn't really until maybe about a couple of months ago that I actually even expressed that desire to my dad. Like, he had no idea, and I was like, the greatest thing that I wanted to do, that I felt like I could do with my life, was to be a good mother.
I used to say the same thing.
Right? So, but he had never heard that before. So to him, it was like, well, I've always been disappointed that you were not this doctor. But when I told him that, I was like, oh, I never knew that, So sometimes we, like, as family members, like her sister, she might, okay, I'm going to, sign her up with this pageant because I know that she wanted to do this dancing and all this stuff. But her mindset may have changed, right? That she has never probably had this conversation with her sister before. And the one thing that she said that, and I really keyed on this, was when she said, my husband and I, there are like two main things for their marriage, right? The one is their relationship with God, right? A God-centered home. And that's their priority, is God, and it's their family. Everything else comes after that.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
That's lovely. Wait.
I'm just saying, everything else comes after that. We have to think about that. There are two priorities. It's not that she doesn't like dancing. She doesn't want her own studio. She likes her little pageant. She probably likes to exercise and all of that stuff. God and family. Everything else comes after that. And that includes the man's business and all of that. It's God and it's family. Okay?
I'm sorry.
So we need to respect that, I feel. We just need to respect that. And I think a lot of times, we want women to be these, I am woman, hear me raw. I have done this, I am doing that. I can drop the babies. What's that song I used to love with Beyonce? And I was like, I birthed the babies and I'm making my million. I was like, woo, run the world, yeah, girl. But you know something, it's a damn setup. Because when we don't do that as women, then we get the side eye, okay? We get the side eye. We can't have it all right? And we should be okay with not having it all. Listen, I am on my little soapbox. Okay, fine. And I want to finish my little soapbox. It's a big thing. We try to push women, okay? Women have to do all of this stuff. We should be out there working. And then we should also be here doing this stuff with kids. And then we also have to go do our dreams, okay? Maybe I just want to be at home, all right? And lay in the bed and play with my kids, and maybe I just want to go sit and play Monopoly with my children. Maybe I'm okay, all right, dancing in the pantry that has now, is also like my little dance studio, and I'm fine with that. Like, what is wrong with that? Maybe I'm okay, when my husband come home, maybe I'm okay with rubbing his feet. So what? Like, does that make me less of a woman? Does that make me like some dodo head who is, oh, I am in need of the savior, and let the women come and talk about me and gossip about me and make me feel like crap? Like, am I deserving of that? I mean, don't I have the sense in my own brain? Like, this is a whole woman. She is a whole grown woman who has made the decision for her life. What makes her happy may not make you happy. Maybe she don't want to wear high heels and be out there working for some corporate. Maybe she likes to be out here with flour on her nose, yes, looking maybe disheveled, okay, and playing with her kids. Like, the only thing I had a problem with is when the man said she was in bed for 7 days, okay? Now it's
So
like,
she
okay,
can't
maybe
be
there's a
having
little
that
bit
much
of
fun.
depression. Okay,
No, she's
but you know
probably exhaustion,
something? Guess
darling.
what?
Darling.
You who are out there working for somebody else, I bet you go home and you fall asleep and you're exhausted. But you know something? You know who is not complaining? Every other person out there is not complaining that you're exhausted, probably not living your passion. Yeah, you got money in your bag, but you're probably not living your passion. You're probably not living your dream, okay? But because you got money, you got car, you got a house, you good though. Nobody's out there looking at you with a side eye. People are like, you go girl, you go girl. But me who's at home and I'm exhausted because I took care of children, okay? I'm the one who got a problem now though. Well, you know something? At least I was here taking care of my kids. My kids were not in the daycare, okay? We can be here and judging everybody, okay? But this is what I want women to do. Women need to stand together like this. Stop judging each other, because guess what? There is judgment to go around on both sides, okay? Like, I also can go there, all right? Don't let the homemaker fool you. Okay, I could also go there with my little judgment too about how maybe you ain't taking care of your kids and you're out there at work. Okay, but we need to learn to be together. Stop judging each other. See how we can be a support for each other. But that woman didn't care. She went, wrote her little article, put it out there, shaming the woman who's at home.
Well, maybe it was a man. We don't know the gender of the reporter. But back to what my point
someone
was.
said it was a feminist, but you could have been a male feminist. So
anyway, let's get back
anyway,
to my point.
that's listen.
Are
You all
done?
done got me all upset.
Well, we're at 11 minutes.
And okay, now I need my blood pressure medication. Talking about this because you see something. Let me tell y'all something. This actually hits close to home. It's not easy, all right?
You haven't been a homemaker for how many years? Let's get back to the video. We're 11 minutes in.
All right.
And I have not even said my
anywho.
points as you have gone off on your little tangents. Now, I will be
I'm done.
speaking and saying what I need to say, madam. Now, what I was saying is, I feel, I don't know what the hell I was actually saying. You have
Because
no,
you.
hold on, wait. Let me see what I have to say. So yes, I do feel that the reporter came in with an agenda. I did state in the other video, I do feel that they have made a beautiful life together. It is very beautiful. My issue was the fact that this woman, it just seemed like to me he trapped her. He definitely trapped her, and that's what I don't
But
like.
men
I don't
have
like
been trapping women. Most marriages are trapped. The man hurries up to trap the women. Men stay trapping women. It's not right, but it's okay because he's trying to be married.
But that's my thing. Back to my point. I do feel like it was a disservice that the reporter did, but I also feel like it was very sad on their parts. But I do want to say that there may be attack on traditional wives simply because being a traditional wife also calls on a man to do his role. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there are some men have gotten very comfortable with doing this whole 50-50 thing and not really taking all this thing. Like, we have men in their soft man era and complaining and talking about how, oh, why should I provide and why should I have to pay on dates? All this stuff that women shouldn't have to ask for. And then asking women, what do they bring to a table? Like, you're not, like, good men understand what a woman brings to a committed relationship, like a marriage.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if you're not looking for that, which obviously you're not looking for that, if you're asking for a woman to act, if you're asking a woman, what does she bring to your table? Like, huh? So I feel like that might be the reason why that there might be an attack on traditional wives. And then also we're seeing Gen Z actually wanting to be more traditional. Like, especially with Nara Smith, like, the girl is 21 years old and she has 3 kids. And she is, like, basically at home cooking and cleaning all this stuff or whatever. Yeah. So that's why I think there might be an attack for sure. But I do think that my issue is definitely with him, one, trapping her, and then also it's seeming as if she doesn't have her own space. So I feel like
in terms of what, the dancing?
Yeah, her not having her own space to be doing a dancing, like her having her own space on that big old farm for her to do her own thing. And then also my thing is like, you know, he trapped her, so it's kind of like before she even got wings to fly and really enjoy what she does and to maybe see what she wanted to do being a ballerina, she couldn't do that because she already had kids. She was dancing while she was having these children, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So that's my issue. But I do think that if a woman decides, hey, this is the life I want to live, that's fine. But I do think it is really wicked when the woman is laid out for weeks on end because she's tired, because she's taking care of 8 kids and then taking care of your dream, which is to have a farm and all that stuff and then to have this business. So that's where I have the issue. But I do think that it's wrong for somebody to come into your home and write this article and it's biased and you're basically saying that this woman was trapped, she has no life and all this stuff. She obviously has a life and she enjoys what she does to an extent. But I do think that he has to do a better job of letting her, you know, maybe let her go to a ballet class, maybe let her participate in a ballet and she's there for like a month or whatever. Let her be able to do those things from time to time. Don't let it be to a point where she's so exhausted. I feel like there should be no reason for a traditional wife to be at home and she's so exhausted that she's laid out for 7 weeks, like for a week or whatever. Yep. Like, there should be some balance where he is helping her. And my other issue is that he won't allow her to have a nanny. To me, that's messed up. She got 8 damn kids. She can't have a nanny because, you don't want
to have
a nanny.
Someone who cleans. Someone who comes to help with certain things
that
in the
helps
home.
With the kids specifically.
Yeah.
8 kids, I cannot imagine the hell of anyway, it's not hell having that many kids.
And she's there. She's there in the house because sometimes people don't want like someone coming in taking care of their children, but you're there. You the mother, you're there. So she certainly can help out.
So that's my issue. I feel like their life is not horrible. It's definitely not horrible because they built something beautiful and all this stuff. It's not easy. It's an honor to be able to be a good mother and to raise kids up and to be able to have this natural lifestyle. It's amazing. It's not something it's something that's very hard to do. Yeah. But I feel like there has to be some balance when it comes to her. I'm not saying she needs to leave this man because he trapped her. They got 8 kids. I'm not delusional.
There should definitely be a balance.
There should be more of a balance.
The man should be mature.
He should
because when a man is not mature, it can be hell on earth. Yeah. And it's not a good feeling. Yeah. You know, so
I feel like there has to be some balance. Yeah. And for me, I feel like it's so that's all I have to say about that. But good luck, girl. We wish you well, and we hope that some balance comes to your relationship.
Yeah, and obviously it seems as though you guys care about each other. Yeah. And you both, are at least you both are talking about what your priorities are. Yeah. It's nice to know that he does help out with diaper changing and all of that. So that's a good thing. Yeah. Because there are some men who are just like, hey, you're at home and you do everything with that, and they will never change a diaper, they will never go give a child a bottle, they will never do any of those kinds of things because they feel they're just hands off, right? Yeah. So at least she gave us a peek into what is actually going on.
Yeah, but we
So,
wish you well. And
wish you both well, because
Yeah.
it seems, we want families like this to win.
yeah,
Right?
But we will see you guys on the next video.
Bye.